Sauls.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair. Principal.
Maybe before Honorable, Dr. Zungu, there was a question to you from Honorable Nguban. Maybe answer that and then we'll give Honorable Sauls. If you can just switch off mic a bit.
No, thanks, Chair. Indeed, Honorable Kubana, thanks for the question, because it's been coming up again and again, and it is a challenge. We have since sent a circular to colleges so that they can give us the list of those students that are found to be on that backlog. The principal did mention earlier on that part of it is the issue of the subject combinations, because the system is not automated. So if you've written certain subjects and you dropped some, it does not then provide the cumulative, results for you. So you might have skipped a year where we are repeating a subject. Once you've completed, the system does not automatically say now the students has met all the requirements for certification. And I think it's one of the areas. But also, we don't have proper tracking systems. I think it was Honorable van der Waal that was raising that. A proper tracking system that will tell you, in terms of the exit strategy of any student, you are now have covered your theoretical part, you are now sent to do your practical component, now you are ready to be certified. So colleges don't have that, and I think it's one of the things that we need to invest in, but offer more digital or an electronic system that will be able to provide such, but also a system that is able to give feedback to individual students in terms of where their application is, so that we are able to track and see who is sitting with that application and be able to provide proper feedback to students. So we are again going to be requesting colleges to send us that list of all of those that have issues, so that we are not receiving it from all different angles, but it comes from one source, and we're then able to sit at DHET under NIA to start addressing each one of those individuals. I must say, Honorable Chair and Honorable Members, there was a point where we had an issue of the printing of the certificates themselves because of the contract between ourselves at DHET and the government printers, where they didn't have the proper printer or printing paper, which we are not in control of. It's on their side that they could not secure that paper. Finally, they've done that, and we're able to push over 80,000 certificates towards December, and we've been doing those processing at this point in time. So we will appeal to colleges to provide us again the list of those students that are still found to be, on the list of the backlog certificates. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Honorable Sauls.
Thank you, Chair. Principal, on your equity slide, just to understand, are you saying that out of the total of 340 there is only 2 foreign nationals that's now naturalized? No other foreign national is part of the staff. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, Honorable Member, this is the information that I got from the college.
When you say Asians, 0, are you saying that the Asian that is mentioned in your recapitalization report is no longer there?
I will need assistance. I'm not sure which report you are referring to. Maybe other members can assist as well.
Who would you like to assist you? There is a report done, Ingwe Public FET College Recapitalization and Strategic Plan. And in that document, there is mention of 1 Asian staff member. So I'm asking, is that staff member no longer there? That's why it's 0, or is he or she still there?
In the absence of the chair, honorable member, can I assist? With my knowledge, we never had an Asian in the past 10 years in our staff establishment. Thank you, Chair. So it's 0.
So the document I will then have to submit, I suppose, and then you guys can clarify, because I have the document in front of me. And it's a document produced by yourselves that says there's one Asian staff member. But because of my time, so can we agree that I'll submit the document and then you'll provide clarity with regard to that? Principal, when you say you advertise nationally, what do you mean by that? What advertising mediums do you use so that you try and achieve the equity target? Just quickly, please.
Okay. By that, Chair, we mean we are using City Press, one of our medium, and we also take our positions at the level of assistant director and particular engineering lecturers to systems like DPSA. So we are using those two as our national hotspots.
Would you agree that the mediums that you use is not basis for you to confidently say there's no interest for other races to come to your institution?
Yes, ma'am.
So would we agree that you will now do more to ensure that you reach more of a racial complement so that you attract more of the other races? Because currently you have 0 colored South Africans, 0 black South Africans, 0 white South Africans, and 0 Indian South Africans. And I see now why. It's too limited. You can't confidently say that they are not interested. So do we have an agreement on that?
Yes, ma'am, we do agree.
Thank you so much. Very quickly, DDG, when will the college receive a full-time principal?
Thank you, Honorable Sauls. I think we've received the concurrences from DPSA. We are waiting for our corporate services to advertise all of those posts. But when they were finalizing the list, we realized that there were other posts that were omitted, and we wanted to have a proper management plan that will say these are all the vacant posts, gazetted and advertised. This is the timeline we are putting for us to sift and do the selection processes, and by this time we should have. So we've been engaging with my colleague DDG Corporate Services. I'm hoping that we'll get this plan by next week so that at least we know where and when can we have this post finalized. So our plan, Honorable Sauls, was that when we sit for interviews of principals, because it's the same, we just want to have that in 1 week, and we conclude, and then we can move to the next level, DPs and so forth. So that is what we're hoping to get from DDG Corporate Services.
All right, so in terms of timelines, by next week you will know from corporate services when this will take place. Once that is established, then it will take 1 week after that to ensure that there's a principal.
Honorable Sauls, the advert must still go out.
No, I understand that. I
Yes.
mean, we now talking
When that process,
when that is done, 1
Yes.
week.
That's what we are planning.
All right, DDG. Labor. When you say poor sanitation at Siteto, give me an example of that. Paint a picture very quickly. Poor sanitation. What do you mean? What is the actual, what is happening? Quickly.
Thank you, Honorable. We mean it is the material that is used there. So with chemicals, the general workers are having a problem with the cleaning materials that they are using there.
Simplify it for me so that I can ask for you quickly. You see, I'm trying to get, what is the experiences there by workers? When you say poor sanitation, are you saying there's no toilet paper in toilets? Are you saying that, yeah.
Yes. With toilet papers, it is the cheap toilet papers, the one that when you even use it, it comes to your hands. Even the chemicals that they are using, they have the problems in their hands when they are using those materials, when they are cleaning the toilets or the offices and the classrooms.
Principal, is it true that there's not adequate material for cleaners to ensure sanitation? That's what I can get. That's one. Two, is it true, because in also the labor's presentation, they say that staff and students at times has to relieve themselves outside. Is that true?
Thank you, Honorable Member. I have done with the Chairperson of Council an assessment of the ablution facilities. We can confirm that they are not up to the standard which is expected. Hence, I indicated that immediately after that, we convened a special meeting, and I've given instructions in terms of how these matters must be handled. And I've also, yes, requested the CFO to make sure that we do it correctly so that we don't invite unnecessary troubles in terms of management of finances, but it's being attended to.
Is that you saying to me that staff and students has to use and relieve themselves at times outside?
I wouldn't say that because it has not been presented like that to me. So what we did, we introduced ourselves to staff. We made a commitment that based on what we have seen, there's going to be improvement and changes. So there was no engagement to give us first-hand that information. We are basing our discussion on what we have seen.
What have you seen, Principal?
The ablutions for the students have got running water on the floor. The basins are not clean. Some of the toilets have not been cleaned like for a long time. That's my assessment.
So
And when
let's
we
go,
asked- Yes.
just for time, not out of disrespect, right? So let's just go quickly. So if the toilet has not been cleaned, that means it's not been flushed and all of that kind of stuff. So a student comes, it's not cleaned, he or she will not use that toilet. He will then need an alternative and will go outside, correct?
Yes, yes.
So we can agree that staff and students are often forced to use or relieve themselves outside.
Based on that, we can agree.
Do you think that that is correct, Principal?
Absolutely not. Hence, we have immediately attended to the matter. When it came to our attention, we have not wasted any time in terms of giving instructions that the matter be attended to. Yes.
I would just want to remind you that those students, those staff members, those are South Africans. It's our people. I urge you, Principal, and all your staff, let us treat our people with dignity and respect. There should be never a time when a staff member or a student, when there are toilets, that they have to go and relieve themselves outside. It is on us. It's our responsibility to uplift ourselves. Thank you, Principal.
Thank you, Honorable Sauls. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Just straight to the questions. The first one.